Hello and welcome to the second game of the day, a second game of the series as well, because we are watching a best of three here between Orange and MiTH to see who will take the third place in the Rapture Gaming League. Orange is one game up, so they're looking to end it in a 2-0, while MiTH is trying to force out the third game. Of course, I'm not by myself. I'm actually joined by two people at the moment. One person that you won't hear and you won't see is Music. He'll be doing the stats for this game, and the other person is, of course, my co-caster, Vickermont. Welcome back.
Good to be back, Shiver. That first game was really wild. Lots of stuff happened that you do not typically see. Just about everything that happened is stuff you don't typically see. Like, the AFKs under tower, the late game carry Venno that actually works. He went like 12-3 or 12-4 or something. Like, Yamate had a hell of a game on that carry Venno. I mean, huge Weaver is pretty common, but the Darkseer wall illusions getting a triple kill. That was. And a Rax.
I mean,
just the whole game was really wild. Really, really wild.
That was the same game where we mentioned that, you know, Darkseer was kind of falling off favor under his wall. When is the last time did you see an effective wall? Well,
God, there were two or three effective walls in that game, actually. But in general, I do feel that the main things for Orange were just they got good enough farm, especially dominating that bottom lane, that Sharky was able to get. Even with the BKB, which was mostly wasted, he still got a very quick Ags refresher and just pushed really hard. And then Yamate did extremely well. Lane played really well on the Mirana. So overall, they just were a little bit stronger than MiTH, but not so much stronger that MiTH don't have a chance. Like, that game was close, and so we'll see what Lekels and company have in store this time.
Well, it's a very different draft than what we saw previous game already. With the Lich picked up first for MiTH, and instantly reply from Orange is, okay, you want to deny creeps? We'll push you for it. So we've got a Chen and a Prophet pick up, and that's
smart.
Just, yeah, very smart and very scary kind of as well, though they do give it.
When you have Lich, you're like, oh, am I actually going to have a chance to use my best spell more than like 3 times? Yeah. This is funny. This is an Orange draft where you're like, oh yeah, typical Orange draft. Wait, they've changed all 5 players since they last made this draft.
Yep. It's
because this is like extinct Chen, Ohio Nature's Prophet, with the tiny problem that neither Extinct nor Ohio are on this team.
I have to say I was impressed with Ben in the previous game. He's a stand-in, of course.
Yeah, he was okay.
He fitted in really nice.
Good 4 steps, yeah.
Yeah.
Good for. He did play like really locked 5-role Alchemist, which I usually don't like. Like I usually generally like the Alchemist to start taking farm later on, but because Yamate was very greedy and Winter was kind of greedy and Sharky was greedy and even Ling got MKB by the end, there was just no room for poor little Alchemist.
Poor little Alchemist. Well,
anyways, banned this time, so.
Yeah. We still have all those supports in the pool with Venno and the Crystal Main, by the way, the 2 supports that we saw previous game, and both of those supports don't really fit in real nice with the Lich. Perhaps the Crystal Maiden does, but you kind of do want to have a bit of a disable. And there's your hero that you really like to see. Hello,
yes.
Bristleback.
Bristleback, good hero. Actually, the funny thing is, Bristleback might not be able to carry this game. Like, it's a little tricky against Chen and Nature's Prophet, because Nature's Prophet can get those disable items really quickly. And actually, Chen Penance really hurts.
Yeah.
Because it increases, like, if they go OD or something later on in this draft, really good burst damage can take down Bristleback before he's able to just take over a fight. But I always love the pick. I sometimes feel that first picking it is a little early, like you want it second or third phase. And that's the opinion of some people that I've talked to about it, like fucking mad, like they'll pick the hero, but it'll be pretty late in the draft.
Yeah, and
but
I wasn't planning
teams,
to see it on ban out. I mean, previous game wasn't ignored, right?
It was ignored, so Dota hasn't quite like locked the hero yet. In Chinese Dota against VG or IG, it's a very legitimate first phase ban. Very legit.
Yeah, we've seen that. I'm really curious, by the way, to see how VG Gaming does in Group B for EMS. By the way, there is such a bad group too. Well, bad group. There is such a tough
bad
group.
For their opponents.
Navi, Sigma, and I guess Against All Authority is gonna be the underdog there.
Sorry, Against All Authority. Yeah.
Yeah, but Sigma and Navi, they're not the easiest opponents, to be honest.
They are not the easiest opponents. Sigma's very hot. Navi is not, but they're Navi. Like, it's not a fun time. Still, though, Vici Gaming, I don't know. Right now, I think they're so scary. Like, they're just incredible. Like, they're playing all their players are playing extremely well. Like, they just have the perfect balance of, like, people that farm, like Sylar, people that are incredibly all-out aggressive, like ROTK. I don't know. I think they're probably my favorites for that competition, but we'll see.
Yeah, indeed. I guess time will tell. It only starts like in the evening when they play, so at least people can still watch this game and not be too far behind on watching other games.
Yep.
That's always good. It's also good for us so that we can see all the games. That's good.
Sure is.
Yeah, we are gonna see.
I'm gonna take a quick nap after this, but I will watch most of the games.
Oh, you're gonna take a nap? Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
The thing about the anti-mage ban here, and Weaver too, so they don't want to face that, is that it's possible for MiTH to just put Lakels on the Bristle and just go all in early, and before Nature's Prophet can get items and start pushing, just win. Bristleback's a hero that can just win the game at the 10 to 12 minute mark.
Radiant team pick.
Or they can just go Pugna and push plus Bristleback.
He is still in the pool. I wouldn't mind seeing that, to be honest. I mean, we saw Yamate with the Venomance or solo mid previous games, so they're not afraid to put like heroes mid that might not be working out in the later game. Which is, I think Pugna, he's strong on lane, but depending on how well he does, he can fall off real fast. But they're not afraid to put those on there.
Yeah, he can fall off, but like Veno, he's got late game potential too. Like, his DPS falls off, but he can still... There's no point at which Pugna can't take your towers in 10 seconds. Yeah. And if he builds a bunch of items, he can be a quite strong hero even later on. I mean, like, Ward also is... Wow, I'm feeling so smart this game. Now for the full trifecta, they should get Necro God, and then I'll be very, very, very happy with this lineup.
I would even go so far as to say Death Prophet!
Death Prophet, she's okay. I think Necro God's actually better for this lineup because healing interacts with Bristleback in such an amazing, amazing, amazing way. Because think about this, Bristleback basically gets more health per health than any other hero, right? So if you heal a Bristle, you're giving him more, like, effective health, right? His effective HP is rising quickly. So heroes with heals are insane with this guy, and that's why Necrolight's a really good choice. People like Dazzle are an insanely good choice. I don't think you're going to see Dazzle this game, but I think Necro's legitimate.
Because one thing that we still lack for MiTH is Disable, right? I mean, they've got themselves a bit of a stun, a mini stun with the help of the Chain Frost, but other than that, I mean, Decrepify can't really classify as a stun. And they kind of do need something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to play good Dota, I guess. But if you want to play awesome Dota, then you pick Necrolight.
Well,
no, you're right. You're completely right, Cheever. And Orange has a great stun from the Sand King, good stun from the Mirana.
Because a previous game we saw Link playing the Mirana, but this game we have a Sand King and a Chen. So I'm kind of doubting if he's going to play that again, and perhaps they're going to see
it's
a
Winter
core
Mirana, I think.
Core? Yeah.
I mean, Winter. Well, what's Winter playing? 3-roll?
Yeah, lately he has been.
So he's probably Nature's Prophet? Yeah. Unless it's mid-Prophet. I haven't seen that in, like, my god, half a year?
Unless it's mid-Mirana.
Yeah, you could do that. The Sing Sing style.
Yep. Make it work.
If she nails Pugna with an arrow, Pugna's dead. Ah, there's your stuns.
There's the stuns. I like that. I like that a lot.
There's actually still room in this draft for the Necro God, too.
Yeah, they need a safe laner. I think safe laner because I'm thinking aggressive tri-lane with a Bristleback, Lich and Earthshaker, and then put Pugna mid and then put something else on the safe lane that can get some farm up and maybe have a bit of more late game insurance policy built in somewhere. I wouldn't mind a Gyrocopter still, actually. The Clinks is the one that I ban out, so also Orange kind of fearing perhaps a strong safe laner.
Lakel's Clinks is so good too. I think it's a very sensible ban.
Well, we still have a Morphling in the pool. That was one that Orange banned out in the previous game. I'm really hoping that's not going to be the case, but it might be. It wouldn't be the first time this week that I still see Morphling picked up.
It would be such... like an ill-fitting suit, right? Like,
but
the lineup is completely not Morphling friendly.
But Lakel's Morphling.
I know, and it's amazing. I mean, he is the best Morphling in the world, no question. But it's just Pugna Bristleback, and then you go Morphling. I don't see it. I don't think they'll do it. But if they do, I'm gonna make a noise like this. Psh.
That's an awkward noise, to be honest.
Well, it's an awkward pick.
True, very true. Well, let's take a look then.
Yeah, I don't know. So for Orange, what do you think for Orange, Shiva? I mean, they need a mid, right? I mean, they could put Mirana. It would be an okay mid. In which case, they need like a safe lane farmer.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like MiTH already banned out the puck. I'm kind of feel like they should be having a mid that can. Well, I wasn't thinking Invoker, but Yamate Invoker, I'm all happy right now.
Invoker. Yeah, Yamate is a great Invoker player, obviously legendary.
Yep. And I mean, I was expecting maybe a bit more aggressive mid, but Yamate Invoker, I am happy with that. I don't mind that one. Even though he can be aggressive with that, he definitely can. There's an arrow burrow strike combination, perhaps, that he can get some sun strikes off with. There's a sprout for sun strikes, cold snaps. I hope that he's indeed gonna go for Quas Exort. It has been a build that I'm really liking lately.
Yeah, I really like that they once they used MiTH Trust's ban, right? So MiTH Trust bans puck, and Orange uses that opportunity to take Invoker. So that's very clever.
But they do pick up an Invoker into a Pugna.
Yes. So of course the Nether Ward hurts a lot.
Yeah.
But if it's Pugna mid, which it doesn't necessarily, so they can go into like a Quap or something if they really want. But if it is Pugna mid, Cold Snap is very annoying to play against this Pugna. Very, very, very annoying. And before Pugna gets Aghanims, Cold Snap, the immediate interruption of his life drain is also very annoying. So that's why you don't see the Pugna mid. That's why you see MiTH Trust rotating into putting DK mid probably, and Pugna as one of the farming heroes. Probably, I guess, Pugna, Lich, and Bristle? What's your take on the lanes?
I still wouldn't mind seeing an aggressive tri-lane, but if it is going to be two dual lanes...
Yeah, they could do that.
Then I wouldn't mind seeing
you're right. No, you're completely right. It should be Pugna against Nature's Prophet, and then Bristle, Lich, or Earthshaker. Yeah,
because that's like, I feel like Bristleback shines most in those kind of situations, and they have a pretty decent aggressive tri-lane as well, because they're up against a farming Mirana, and we know that Mirana is one of those kind of core heroes that needs a lot before she's able to do the same thing as a core of another kind, of a more hard carry kind, and if she's shut down early, she's gonna turn into more of a utility Mirana, and I mean, even though that's great too, and we know that she can do that, she's not gonna be the menace that she could be, and there's no real alternative for Orange to have a real carry player unless Nature's Prophet gets insanely far ahead.
I agree with you. I think Yamate needs to have a great game. Period. End of story. Like, if Yamate isn't able to be dominant for... And this is Invoker, right? This is a hero with a long ramp up. But he has to have a very dominant game basically from the 7-minute mark or so almost all the way through to 25-30 minutes, because that's the time which Bristleback and Pugna are just going to be kings of the game, and there's no way that Mirana will have enough farm by then to actually make that good of an impact. So it's all on Yamate, and to some extent big plays from Sand King.
Yeah,
what are you clicking?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I've done that to you. So
I'm clicking on all the heroes just randomly. I was actually clicking on Lich, and then I was thinking like he has a Dark Winter set, and then I figured, you know what, I still haven't filled in one of those forms to get credit from the Lich, like to get money from the Lich set, because I am actually able to get money from the Lich set. Awesome.
Nice.
And I'm sorry that it doesn't say the creators of the items on the description itself, which is a bit of a shame. Otherwise, I would have seen my own name.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Would be nice.
That's surprising that it doesn't put you in the credits or that.
Yeah. Well, not in the like the microscope thing. And we have the same one there. Cool. We also have got the same couriers again. Let's take a look at who is playing what, as we have got MiTH already rotating into the Dire Jungle. SD will take on the Earthshaker with Lekels on the Bristleback. Buncel Roti will play the Pugna with Ava on the Dragon Knight. Seems to be going mid indeed, as decided on Trinica playing the Lich. So I'm expecting indeed Buncel Roti to rotate bottom and the rest staying top, though for the moment SD rotating as well, but he might just be placing some wards.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they end up going for a duel. I mean, the opportunity of a dual lane is that you can just ruin Nature's Prophet's entire game, potentially. But the flip side is you don't get that big, powerful tri-lane. So, for Orange, it will be the off-lane from Winter on the Nature's Prophet. Then Ling will be supporting on the Chen. We'll see if he goes in the aggressive jungle or the defensive jungle. Probably maybe aggressive, actually. And then Sharky will be safe lane farming as Mirana. We saw a great Razor from him last game. We'll see if Mirana will be the same. Ben on the Sand King. Another strength initiating support for him. A little bit more farm dependent, because he really does need that Arcane Boots Blink Dagger. We'll see how he does. And Yamate, with the weight of the world on his shoulders as Invoker.
Yeah, no pressure, Yamate. It's just the weight of the world. Just the weight of the world. Nice block coming out from Ava, by the way. Well, I say that, but of course Yamate's block was a bit better because he didn't let one hit through, but
well,
there is going to be a tower helping out, and this lane will be pushed out towards MiTH after this one. So.
Yeah, that was... I think actually Abba's block was substantially better.
Yeah.
Because he gets the entire weight back.
Yep. Hello, towers helping out.
Oh, well, it's almost too good, because now... Yeah, this is...
Yeah, now he has the tower next to him.
That's funny. He didn't get any last hits either.
Well,
Dragon
yeah,
Knight is very poor base damage, is part of the problem.
His Breathe Fire is going to help him out with that, and he actually got enough money for a bottle already if he wants it.
Yep. He saved.
We do have two dual lanes, by the way. Is the Earthshaker with the Pug Knight, indeed the Lich with the Bristleback. No surprise, melee and range together, of course. And we have got Chen rotating into the Radiant jungle, like you mentioned, and he is not going aggressive just yet, but just farming the creeps away for Orange. He'll be getting his levels fairly decently fast. I wonder why he does that, if he actually intends to try and help out in the bottom lane with Winter, or if he does that because he was expecting wards to be placed on the top lane for his own jungle, and already preemptively jungles in the Radiant.
I actually like this because he was anticipating that whoever it was would pressure Winter, and there's some potential of even ganking Abba, frankly, once Yamate gets a level or two. Finally, because he's constantly clearing this camp out, Dragon Knight won't be able to do something like use the Bottle Crow mana to farm the medium camp.
And he's gonna gank right now. He's got a Troll as well. Winter's Prophet teleporting in. They've got an Ensnare. Troll. Where's your Ensnare? Well, Sprout first. Okay. Ensnare second. The right click damage there. In comes the Ensnare. The Cold Snap. And, you know, even the Sand King coming up to get some experience for that one. The first blood goes to Yamate. 4 heroes in the middle lane there for the experience for first blood.
Yeah, good first blood. Really pressuring Abba consistently. Great start for Ling on the Chen.
Yep, and he's now back into his own jungle as well, because of course otherwise would be kind of obvious where he was and would be an easy gank target for MiTH Trust in return. Invoker is doing pretty nicely here, by the way, in the middle lane. Highest on the last hit of the nice across the map, with Ava bit behind. And of course he just died, which doesn't really help either. So I think that with Yamate, we mentioned that, you know, weight of the world and all that. He is, his burden is a bit lightened with that first blood.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now he's at least for now won the mid lane, and it's very interesting that they're farming Sand King and not Mirana top.
Is that actually true though?
Well, look at the last hits. I don't know.
I think because Ben got himself a small camp. Burrow Strike, Trina Cup. The arrow gets tanked up by Lakel's actually. That helps out. Sharky leaps away. One more Quill might do the job though. Can he get in range? He should be able to. Yep.
Nice.
That's the Quill doing the damage.
Sand King though gets the Lich.
Yeah, nicely done. The Burrow Strike helps out. He will still find himself in the hand of Lakel's, and he will indeed get picked up. One more Quills or hit. Ooh, salve. Yeah, you're dead.
He has no mana to do anything.
Double kill for this is scary. I mean, they might
No,
have
it's never good. Yeah, it's never good to give Bristle these kills.
Oh. And it's early on, and I mean, he's on the suicide lane, but it's not showing off, and Mirana is not getting ahead.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I mean, he's holding Mirana off the lane a lot, which is why, I don't know, sorry, I'm still half asleep. I don't know why I thought Sand King was farming that lane, but Sharky does actually get a siege creep, so that's really nice. And Lakel's is out of mana, so he won't be able to just kill Sharky now.
Yeah, but I think that Sharky, I mean, he needs some help soon. And perhaps it's only like with the help of the Sand King trying to come in with the smoke and a Sunstrike coming off from Invoker, once he has got his maybe level 3 X sword or something like that. But it's worrying right now. We have got Sand King with an Invis rune. He actually rotates middle. They want to try and take down Ava. They have got that Burrow Strike level 2.
They can, I think.
And Cold Snap there. With
Abba knows something's up.
know.
I mean, he's playing very defensive.
I mean, they've got a ward after all.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is safe enough. Unless they want to dive the tower, which could happen. There are a lot of patience coming off here from Ben, by the way. Naked Prophet also teleporting in. Tower or not, here they come. The right clicks, the Cold Snap. There's going to be a Dragon Tail coming out. Ben actually takes quite a bit of damage, but that doesn't matter. The kill is there. Yamate takes it. Ben lives. Nobody else dies.
Yeah. Dragon Knight having a very hard time in this middle lane, and the pick, the 5th pick rotation to DK so far having not the effect they wanted. It's just good rotations from Orange to hold this middle lane, because they know Yamate has to have a good game, right? So they're using their support time and even their Nature's Prophet time to ensure that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and SD is actually looking to rotate for Winter. Don't think he gets scouted out. Waiting for perhaps Winter to show himself there. I mean, there's a lot of mana still up on Buncel Roti with the Fissure. And then level 4 Nature's Prophet. Oh, nope, nope. Hello? Hello, Governor. That's... Okay, they knew he was there. That, like... Okay. That... Yeah, okay.
That's funny.
That is funny.
That's good stuff.
Nice, nicely baited out by Winter. Pretending he didn't see him. Maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that happened. More kills for Orange right now. They still have to deal with the very fat Lakels sooner or later, though. But the question is, how fat will they be by the time that happens? Because right now they're...
Yeah, if they get enough kills.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Buncel Roti has done well so far, but that's why Orange are now targeting him. And I mean, Ling is such a good player, honestly. I think he's so overlooked, but he's really, really good.
No, Fissure, Yamate will die.
Nice, so that's critical for Myth, though.
Yeah.
Problem is, a trade of Invoker for Pugna, it's only okay if Pugna dies.
Let's see. Should be dying, actually. They've got the Troll, the Burrow Strike, the Net. Yeah. Winter with the last hit.
It's an okay trade, I would say.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, and, I mean,
it's
Yamate
okay.
was the one with the weight, but it's, yeah, it's okay.
Again, because Yamate is more critical to the success of Orange than Buncel Roti is to the success of Myth Trust, so... It's only a slightly below average trade, but they can maybe take tier 1 off of it, unless Myth Trust rotates at least 2 people. Lakel still doesn't really have the mana to come in and just
They
kill.
are rotating. They got 3 heroes here. Lich SD
but
and
so are Orange. Yamate
Orange
is here, and he's already used Midas once, he's about to use it again. He's getting levels.
And Moonlight Shadow was set up for them.
This could be huge for Orange.
Yamate is here as well. The only one who's missing is Mirana, but he still has a team fight participation. They go for Buncel Roti. Burrow Strike, that's already one down. Teleporting coming from the Bristleback gets cancelled. And therefore, they have hereby given up the tower, unless the supports really try to make some flashy plays. But I'm afraid that now, with Orange knowing that there's a teleport on cooldown for the Bristleback, was it actually on...
He didn't cancel it. It got hit. It got arrowed.
It got
so
arrowed.
Really good play by Sharky.
Brilliantly done. Now the teleport comes in from the Dragonite. They still want to fight this. They still want to defend this. There's a Hand of God still in the hands of Ling. Fissure, Breathe Fire. Nature's Prophet though. Burrow Strike already up. Ben in some trouble, but the Hand of God in the Sandstorm will keep him safe. Earthshaker's the one to die. Trina Cub doesn't have his ulti yet, and he is going to be really sad with that one because he's going to go down. Ava locked inside a Sprout. Died as well. Yamate with the Deafening Blast. This should be a tower, and that is 4 dead on this bottom lane.
Myth Trust really doubled down on an already bad position there. Once the Bristleback TP was cancelled, I don't think that they should necessarily have TP Dragon Knight in at all and tried to actually make the defense, because they didn't even come close, right? Like, especially once the Chen ultimate hit.
Yeah. Oh.
And instead they lose a tremendous amount of positioning, they lose map control, which they were going to lose anyway, but they also lose like 4 heroes.
They're gonna double back. They're gonna still try to take the puck now. They're closing in on him. They're gonna surround him completely.
Yeah, he's screwed completely.
He is. The Sprout comes out, there's still a Troll, and he still has got that mana. And that should be Pugna. I mean, he's tried to do what he can, but it doesn't matter. Lich comes in, doesn't get the kill on the Chen either with that Frost Blast. This is... That's devastating, to be honest. SD comes in with the Fissure. Perhaps he can make something happen. His Fissure is... Oh, close. Ling is alive, though. And they can't go in anymore, no. They can't. Shouldn't.
Their Myth Trust are losing so much in this lane just with superior positioning and play from Orange. Ling is up to 1700 gold. He can actually make almost all of a mechanism. Like he'll only be 400 gold off of it.
Yeah, it's...
And Sand King is level 7. He has 600 gold on top of Arcane Boots. He's not even far off Blink.
Yeah. Oh, perhaps they can do something here, but the Burrow Strike actually on SD, and SD is completely out of mana. Cold Snap up on Dragonite, the better target. Yamate, Nature's Prophet Ultimate will help out. That's going to be a kill, and while Earthshaker runs for his life right now, but he won't be able to do so, because one more hit from Winter will get the job done. And right now, I think it's time for Myth to say, you know, Bristleback, you've been spending enough time on the top lane. Come fight with us.
Well, he hasn't even... Honestly, it's... I'm not going to put this one on Lakel's just because... What is with some of the positioning?
No, but like Lakel's is the one to help his team out right now. Like, the rest has kind of failed their plays, obviously.
Oh yeah, I don't think they have another chance. I completely agree. It has to be Bristle at this point turning this around, because now they're up to 3 Midases. Like, Orange were able to afford 2 more Midases off of that last engagement, and the game runs the risk of spiraling completely out of control for Myth Trust, like completely out of control. So Lakel's has to come in. He has to do a lot. So Bristle God. Please do not have mercy.
Yeah, we'll see. He needs to have the backup for his team, and his team is indeed trying to make things happen. They will give the invisibility rune to the Dragon Knight, I think, or they give the bottle to Pugna, I guess, to drink first. Yeah, because they need to smoke up and do something. That's my professional opinion, rather.
I think you're right.
Yep. Let's see if they do. But they have got the invis rune popped. That rune, by the way, was not scouted out by Orange because they don't have any wards there. But apparently, wow. They do place a sentry though. They don't have a ward on the rune, but they have got the sentry placed. So very nicely done. He's standing right outside of the sentry with range. And now he comes in, up on link. The burrow strike still happens on Trina Cup and on SD. Both who will go down. The epicenter helping out. That's 2-4-0 because Aba, he was counting on the backup of those two supports, but just, you know, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen at all.
And now they're stranded 3 levels behind Orange's supports. Yep. Level 5 for the Earthshaker.
Oh, Burrow Strike. Perhaps they can take the Bristle back though. The arrow comes in, Starstorm in the penance as well. Ben still takes a bit of a beating there, and the Crepify will keep Lakel safe. They will be able to get Ben with one more Krill Spray if Lakel's just get himself a range, just out of range. Now has to go back again. Pugna still goes down. Chen will go down forward though, but that's a good pick up. And the Burrow Strike. Lich Ultimate though. 1 kill. Can they get another? Sand King now visible as well, and that is 1 hit away from dying. He runs for his life. There's no Fisher. The Sprout helps out, but the Trina Cup chasing him down, but Burrow Strike to the low ground. TP out. Ben just peachy fine. In comes Yamate. Sunstrike will hit, but it doesn't matter because Ava's there with a Dragon Tail. Yamate really wants to get that Trina Cup. Doesn't get it. Gets sprouted in together with Ava. Goes invisible nonetheless. And should be okay as well. Marana still dies, of course, as well as the Chen, but they get the Bristle back for the first time this game, which is probably worth both of those deaths.
Yeah, and then excellently timed Ghost Walk from Yamate, just to make sure that he gets out of that fight. And first game was pretty close. I think both teams were doing really well, but this game Orange are handily outplaying MiTH in nearly every respect. Their positioning is better, their initiation is better, their supports are getting better farm, their supports are doing better rotations. Yamate's playing well. Like Winter has had amazing. Look at that! Look at these TPs. Wow, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, nice juke, but doesn't matter. Nature's Prophet actually still gets picked up, and Bonsa Roti goes down still to the Treants with Lakel's chasing down Sharky. Sharky does not have a leap anymore, and he's gonna dive the tower for this. I think he should be able to get this as well with the Quill still spraying, and there's no help coming in for Sharky. So Starstorm will be the last thing he does before he dies. In comes a Fisher as SD takes himself a kill on the Sand King. Ling again. The run around the tier 1 tower here for the Kells is never ending. Burrow Strike doesn't really matter. One more Quill Spray should be doing the job. He doesn't need to get enraged. Nice Ben with the blocks. He doesn't have another Burrow Strike, but the blocks is enough. He's gonna sacrifice himself for the Chen. And he is indeed gonna drop the Quills. You can't dodge the Quills. The Burrow Strike away won't be enough with Ava coming in with the last hit. That is gonna be some trades that MiTH really desperately needed.
Yeah. 4 kills, absolutely critical. And they did get the Pugna, but overall MiTH, that was a really neat body block by Sand King. I was really impressed by that. But MiTH at least managed to keep the Bristle back, like perched near the top of the net worth, top of the levels.
Yeah, the only one that's competing with Orange at this point anyways. He is not going for Hand of MiTH just yet, like the rest of Orange. That does mean that if this game goes on for another 20 minutes, Orange will be fairly far ahead because all their cores do have Hand of MiTHs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Orange are just going to, as this game wears on, now that the MiTHs are all out, the pressure isn't even on Yamate as much anymore because everybody else is doing well enough that the game is pretty balanced for them, like between their players.
Yeah. We're trying to tempt by Winter because he's got a medallion, so he can. He doesn't get help from his players yet, but I think the Chen is on his way to help out. Doesn't have any creeps though. Oh, never mind. They're trailing behind him. There's no vision for MiTH to know that this is happening.
Right. Yeah, I mean, even if they had vision, like, I just don't think it happens. It's not like Earthshaker has the blink to dunk them. Right? He's not that far off. He's only about 900 off, but there's no way right now that even if they knew they could do anything about this.
But perhaps the mechanism will help out because they got a mech now on the Pugna. I mean, they still got quite a nice pushing thing going on with the Pugna and the Bristleback and just helping out when trying to lay down some pressure, but that's not going to help if Pugna's already dead. The mechanism will keep him up for the moment. Lich Ultimate actually bouncing through. They force themselves out of the fight. Ling. Oh, thought. Oh, what? Micro. Delta split. What? Yeah, that's dead.
Well,
Sand King died
to be
as well.
fair,
nice kill for Pugna.
He it's not so much. I mean, Delta splitting the creeps is very, very difficult. The creep that gets the creep that gets hit is so slow that it can't possibly get away from you. What Ling was trying to do, and I actually think this is quite smart, is he was trying to absorb it onto the creep stack.
I said.
He just got unlucky with the bounces, really, but what he was doing was the right thing.
Yeah, oh, teleports into the top lane. No push for you, Winter and Sharky. The teleports get interrupted though, or get cancelled, and that actually is gonna be the opening for Orange that they were looking for. From the side, in comes Yamate. He's got himself the cold snap, goes for Aba, who's very low on mana, gets arrowed, gets killed off, and that will be the tower as well, dead in the hands of Orange. And with that tower, all the outer towers on the side of MiTH Trust are down, and their farming space is greatly reduced, although they will get their own tier 1 tower, and also they will be able to get all outer towers on the side of Orange. And Lakels finds himself a Sand King. I don't think that Sand King can get away from this unless there's going to be some teleporting coming to show them.
It's going to low ground burrow strike.
Yeah, or that is indeed. Sorry, my bad. Forgot about that one. But that's still tier 1, like tier 1 tower for tier 1 tower. It's a trade.
Well, the tier 2's going down for Orange for MiTH Trust. Yamate is so close to Scythe already. It's actually kind of disgusting, like disgustingly good farm. He's 4-1 and 4. Well. 10k net worth, no problem. Easy game, easy life.
Oh,
going for the tier 3.
What you doing? Thought he was there to defend his tower, but in the end gets picked up. Invoker with the last hit. In comes Lakels, going for Winter. He has to be careful though. Send home from Winter, I believe, or send home from Lakels. Actually, Winter will live, and actually Invoker still gets the last hit because his Fort Spirits are amazing. And that is everybody back out. They don't get a tier 3, but they do get 2 kills, which are 2 of the core heroes on the side of MiTH. And actually, as I say that, I look at the net worth list and try to find Dragon Knight, but he is actually lower than the Sand King at this point.
Yeah, the Dragon Knight pick has not worked out at all. Like, it's safe to say that the Dragon Knight has gotten nothing done, right? Like, he lost to mid by a very dramatic margin, and I don't know. Like, even as unfun as the Pugna matchup is, I can't imagine that would have been worse than what actually ended up happening. I don't know. It's tough to say. He could have done something. He could have actually gone Quap and just tried to pressure Yamate out of the lane. As bad as ungood as Quap currently is. Like,
ungood.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Ungood. It's early for you. That's why it's cool.
Not anymore. It's a normal time now. I just have brain problems.
Well, but you woke up early.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the assist, Shiver, but I'm just really stupid.
And it's always good. Like you teach me new words like the part.
Like ungood.
No, like the part. And then I tell you what are not words. That's my my comeback. Like
that's very generous of you.
Quid pro quo, right?
Yes, quid pro quo. I agree.
See, there we go. Well, MiTH is able to defend their tier 2. They use 5 heroes to come bottom to see if they can defend their tier 2. I mean, it was only an Invoker that was around there. Yamate is indeed about ready with the Scythe of Ice. Let's take a look at some items of Sharky has, because despite the fact that he is still 3rd highest on net worth, he's not really doing that great for a safe lane Mirana, but I guess in this kind of game he doesn't need to be because the rest is so big.
It's just going Lincolns for Yamate.
Yeah.
Good guy Sharky. Support safe lane Mirana.
Yeah, that's what it is right now. I wouldn't be surprised by that. And with the Shadowblade on Winter, the split push is going to come out of Orange as well. I really like to see the Shadowblade again on Nature's Prophet. It's been so long. Necronomicons have started to ruin the Shadowblade build slightly.
It's true. Medallion Shadowblade. I mean, let's be clear. Winter has done an enormous amount this game on this Nature's Prophet. Right from the beginning, when TPing over helped secure the first blood onto Abba. So, ouch, damn, harsh stats over here. But Winter has been part of 19 of Orange's 22 kills. Like, that is really impressive.
Yeah, it is. He's been everywhere. From the first blood onward, he's just been around. Nice snipe for the courier, by the way. That Captain Bamboo dead because Yamate was a bit careless. Did have a Scythe of Ice though before he sent it back. So
the thing about the courier snipe is it's a lot of gold, but now Yamate like knows, right? Like he knows where the people. Oh man, they caught Ling.
But do they actually catch Ling? Because I mean, he goes invisible. Literal Mr. bouncing around. The Echo Sling comes out, but Ling is invisible. He dusted up, tries to TP out. Lakel's gonna get enough damage. And yes, he can. Was so close. Trinica will die for it though, and perhaps Lakel's will be on the way out as well. Like, well, the Hex is already up on someone else actually, because Bunsa Roti is the one that Yamate wants to go for. Deafening Blast, who cares about the stupid ward? That's a kill nonetheless. Epicenter in the meantime will go up on Lakel's, who has a very long fight, almost gets a triple kill out of it. but manages to die before he gets it. So close yet so far. What would you give for a Zeus right now? Holy
right. Definitely.
Look at the health bars on everybody. It's,
I have a question.
scary.
Was Ling not teleporting to Fountain? Because his TP lasted, I thought it lasted more than 3 seconds. No, never mind. I probably just misunderstood, but very unlucky. He was unlucky with the bounces again. He got hit with 3 bounces with like 10 creeps around him.
Yeah. Well.
Poor Ling. He just keeps getting unlucky. He's going Aghanims, by the way, very quickly. So
you gotta feel happy
they just want to close it out. What's up?
You gotta be happy for Trinacub.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's for Ling,
that's
but
a good point.
I think everybody has played Lich at some point where the bounces has just been completely bad and often
So
like
true.
so frustrating. So if you get good bounces, you always have to appreciate those.
That's a great point. And this Blink ES is giving Myth Trust the initiation potential that they didn't have earlier.
Yeah. That is.
So that's something.
As the Blink Echo Slam is still level 1 Echo Slam, by the way, which is quite low considering. I mean, level wise, he is of course lowest on the map, to be honest. So you know, everybody else on Orange is level 11 and higher. And that also means a level 2 epicenter. But this Earthshake, I would actually be liking to see SD just given a lane, go farm, take all the farm in the bottom lane, get yourself level 11, because that will make such a big difference.
You think? Yeah, maybe.
I think so. Because right now they are behind. Okay, they're like 14k gold behind, 14k experience behind, and they need, if they have a good team fight, they need to have the perfect kind of team fight that they can have, and with that comes the perfect Echo Slam, and they need the level 2 for that.
Yeah, I've just been thinking about like this drafting situation with how the 5th picks. In general, 6.79 I feel is a very 5th pick oriented patch. Like you can completely screw up a team's entire game plan with a 5th pick, and that's kind of what you see here. Like going back to the draft, Orange's draft up to the Invoker was not tremendously impressive, but they used that puck ban, like that puck ban that Myth Trust did. At this point, Myth Trust are probably like, damn, we would have rather they had taken puck, right? Like,
yep.
Their entire plan was screwed up when the puck ban changed into an Invoker pick, because yes, Puck would have been difficult to deal with as Pugna, but then they were like, well, we still can't put Pugna mid because they picked Invoker, so they were forced into this DK pick that didn't do anything. Meanwhile, Invoker has just wrecked it. So very, very smart drafting from Orange, and that's one thing Winter, like, nobody's ever criticized his like acumen as far as understanding the game, and very smart drafting.
Yeah, I agree, and one thing that I'm kind of sad for Myth is that of course Lakel's had a great time in the early game, but he's kind of fallen off. He's kind of plateaued. Boom.
There's just not enough like support. Like the Pugna should be there to give the extra jolt of, like, even 1 or 2 Nether Blasts on everybody would be enough for Bristle to wipe the team. But like that last fight, Pugna was just unsuccessfully dueling Necrolite, right?
Yeah. Pugna like Invoker, right? Because there's no Necrolite in this game.
Did I really say Necrolite?
Yes.
I am atrocious. Jesus.
I'm like, wait, did he just try to make a joke, or is this did he actually make a mistake?
We're way beyond jokes now. The situation is too serious for Myth Trust.
Oh, Lakel's gets scouted out, gets netted up. Can they actually take him down before the rest of his team comes to his rescue? In comes an Epicenter, a Burrow Strike with the Desolator coming out. The Fisher still hits, but it doesn't matter. Bristleback is dead, as he will be following him in the grave, looking for more, but the Mechanism comes out, and Myth is running for their lives right now. They don't want to fight, they're outnumbered. Trinacub forced the TP out right next to the to the Dragon Knight because he blocked him in.
If he had gotten Burrow struck, do you know how mad he would have been?
Yeah. Bunstar Roti not getting Sunstruck, has to be careful, the life drains Ben, and he doesn't have a Burrow Strike to get away. Sandstorm doesn't work, the blast comes out, but Bunstar Roti still picked up. That Desolator of Winter is really paying off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. At this point, Myth Trust are basically out, unfortunately.
They had such a close early game. What are you doing, Yamate? Well, he's killing Lich, apparently. Enemy base.
Easy game, easy life. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This is Yamate.
Well, Earthshake is back alive. He'll have some fishers to attempt to stop the push. But I don't think it matters. I mean, the Hand of God is still there for the Chen if he wants to. And it doesn't really look like... The only thing they're missing is the Sand King right now. And he doesn't have his Epicenter anyway. Perhaps the Kels can make something happen though, but the Stomp comes out from the Centaurs who are very low on HP. Ooh, the second Stomp actually misses. And Lakel's, but he can't chase the Chen anymore. Goes for Winter instead. There is a Dust coming out, but the Hex is there as well. Holy crap, the damage that Winter just did with the Shadow Blade. That just put the Kels back into into his box. He just forced him back with that. Shadowblade
with the
hit
Dezo, it's
Desolator.
such a beefy hit. And when you add the Forge Spirits on top, it's so much de-armor.
Very scary for Lakel's. Tier 3 tower still ends up dying. Doesn't even get denied. Naked Barracks on the bottom lane. Sand King back alive. They don't really have that much mana anymore, so they might just want to recuperate, and perhaps they even want to take down Roche before anything else. Yeah, Winter is already on there. Never mind that. And with the Aegis, I feel like that if they get that, they can go high ground.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for MiTH Trust to do anything. They are going for this sort of very initiation-heavy build. So Dragon Knight has picked up a Blink Dagger. Not every day you see that, but it's sort of the new evolution of the Shadowblade, I guess. And they have the Blink on Earthshaker, so with the right positioning, if they can take Yamate... At this point, the thing is, Winter is so big, too, so they have to take at least 2 heroes out with the initiation, or they lose the fight.
Yeah. I mean, at this point also, I just want to just... Sad but true, Ling, the Chen, without a Hand of Midas, is higher on net worth than the highest of MiTH Trust. Which is not even Lakel's anymore, but it's the Pugna. With the negatives.
Yeah. I mean, Pugnags is a really big deal against Invoker. This is fine. It's a good loadout, but they're just so far behind. Like, you look at these item builds and you're like, yeah, Pugna's doing alright. Arcane's, Mech, Ags, that's all you need, right? And then you look at, like, Winter and you're like, oh my god.
Like,
he has Shadowblade, Chrysalis, Desolator, and Medallion.
Yeah, it's quite scary. He's been in 24 of the 29 kills, and I mean, we're only 27 minutes into this game. He is now. Nice wall, by the way, placed by Yamate, trying to make sure that MiTH doesn't go in. They are looking to maybe try and split push a bit. Winter's on the top lane, having 2 heroes on him, where he goes invisible. Shadowblade, that's yeah, the 8-bell Blink Dagger trying to pay off. In the meantime, Yamate, Deafening Blast, they go for Lakel's. The Burrow Strike is there as well as the epicenter. Lakel's tries to keep himself up. There's the Blade Mill, but it's not enough. Winter teleports in. At least the Aegis is still burned. Lich Ultimate trying to bounce around as well, but finds himself some creeps right now. Burrow Strike up on Bunsel Roti as he is gonna get picked off. The rest trying to make their way back to base. Aba stuck in the trees, and that is gonna be only 1 hero left alive. It is the mighty Lich, and that means that we're gonna see Rex fall and perhaps even more.
I love that you called it the Mighty Lich. Ultra for Winter. I mean, Winter had a monster game.
Oh,
really well played.
And he didn't even snipe that many kills. I have to like credit him for that, because normally you see Nature's Prophet sniping a lot of kills, but only like right now he's got the farm himself, so he is right now the highest carry. But late in the early game, it was the Invoker that took most of the kills.
Definitely, and I don't think any of Winter's kills were like ultimate kills. He's just his positioning has been so good. And so even though Sharky like is this no damage Mirana, like 14k, 15k net worth, and it's all Diffusal and Lincoln Sphere, that's fine, because Winter and Yamate and Ling, honestly, is the other one. Like, Ling's Chen play this with game. 6-3-18 Chen, and last game he was 6-2 support Mirana, so just incredible play.
Oh, Blink Acro Slam, SD! He's trying to make it happen, and he might be able to. The Hand of God comes out, but Chen and Nature's Prophet already dead. Both bought back, though. Lakel's on his way back. The dust comes in. They want to take down Ben. He Burrow Strike still up on 2, and is actually gonna live. Maybe Quills will still... Oh, blinks it back again. He is still alive for the moment. Far away from the Quills of anybody that might be able to take him down. They take down the Dragon Knight. They take down the Puck. And now the GG is complete. Now they will say that, you know, grats. Because, impressive.
Yeah. The Chaos Dunk was good. I mean, at least they got something out of the game, right?
True. Big plays from SD. Well, that means that Orange is going to take home 2,000 Singaporean dollars. I will take the 3rd place in the Rapture Gaming League with this 2-0 over MiTH Trust, who goes home with absolutely nothing apart from, of course, tournament experience over the last half year. And, yeah, that means that there's only 1 match left to be played in the Rapture Gaming League. The Grand Finals. Best of 5 tomorrow, 1 PM. CET time.
Who do you favor? First Departure or Mineski?
Mineski at this moment. They are on the roll.
Same. Mineski is good now.
Yeah.
I like them. Another very wild team. This tournament's been great. Lots of pretty crazy games, like Game 1 of this series, Game 2 of the Mineski MiTH Trust. Lots of good stuff. Yeah.
I agree. I mean, it's a shame that MiTH couldn't force out a 3rd game, because the first game definitely looked very even, and I feel like they deserve at least a 3rd game.
I just think they got fifth picked.
Yeah, because if I would ask outpicked or outpicked or outplayed, it would say outpicked.
Well, both. I mean, Winter, you can't say anything. The Winter and Yamate and Ling played insane.
That's true. They played their draft really to the edge and really good.
Yeah. But a big part of it is the fifth pick, is the puck ban into Invoker pick. That turned it completely against Myth Trust. Before that, before the DK, I loved the Myth draft. I thought it was like, had the makings of something great. But Orange proved me wrong. They proved that they're the better team, and they're going to take some prize money.
Yep, indeed they are. Any shout-outs to plugins before we head ourselves out of this game?
No, I got a nap. Thanks for having me on, Shiver. Thanks to the RGN admins and casters, and thanks to everybody for watching.
Yeah, and I will see you back tomorrow. ESL, right? Yeah, that's gonna be my plan. ESL on one screen and perhaps Far Cry on the other screen. Gonna take some caps of other people's.
Far Cry 3?
Yes.
Nice. How are you liking it?
I really am loving it. I'm enjoying it a lot. Nice. I'm kind of addicted. I haven't played Dota this entire week.
Is that the autumn sale doing its work?
Yes.
I bought it too. I don't know if I'm ever gonna play it.
But it's really rewarding to see the map turn from red to green. I don't know what Zim is like.
Yeah, in games like that, it's so... Yeah, I agree with you completely. Or like when there's a bunch of like little things on the map that you have to collect and you can make the map nice and clean.
I had to collect, like, I had to make all the items for like getting bigger pouches and everything. And you had to do specific quests for that. I did them all.
Right.
So
I don't think this is like mentally healthy at all, but it's so like
it's satisfying. Yeah.
It really is.
It's brilliant game design, to be honest.
Definitely.
Well, and now I also have a sniper rifle that is actually silent, so I don't have to use my bow anymore.
Damn,
that's awesome.
Nice.
Yep, I can kill people. Anyways, that's us tuning out. Thank you for watching. And have a good day and go watch indeed some EMS, as right now StarTale is taking on 1 and it's looking like it's pretty even still at the early stages of the game, and after that it will be the winners bracket finals, I think. No, yes, has to be. Cool. Winners bracket finals is gonna be Alliance versus Fnatic, so that's gonna be a good one. Anyways,
of the group, you mean?
Yeah, of the group.
It's GSL style group, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Mini double elimination bracket, where the top two teams go to the semifinals tomorrow. Best of ones only. Today, that is.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep. Well, that is us. Let's head ourselves over to well, to nothing basically. Well, to out of this game. There we go. My outro. Yeah, just bye. That's it. Toodles.